What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Carl Thomas, and I'm just here to really spread some love to my homegirl Krissy D from Music Freak Radio, who will be a personality on my brand new venture, newearthradio.com. See you soon. You know it.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Carl, how are you?
Man, I heard you just say, yeah, we've all made love to his music. I was like, dang.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing amidst everything that's going on in the crazy world right now?
I'm all right. You know, this is a real trying time for everybody, but we have to stay focused and diligent, and we have to really, stay in focus. This is really the most important part of it, because now you see everybody becoming antsy, and people are really anxious right now to get back outside and start doing normal things again. And the truth is that we're no closer to an end to this thing. And, it's a real scary period, because, you're testing people's wills, and then there's a lot of different layers to this thing. You got white folks protesting on the government Capitol steps and, and things like that. And then, there's a lot of thin lines that COVID-19 has, exposed. Like, this is definitely a thin line between keeping people safe and kind of tampering with people's civil liberties.
Right, because it's hard, because they have to keep us safe, but at the same time, when you start telling people that they can and can't do things, people don't like those kind of restrictions. It's something that we're not used to. It's outside of what we consider normal. So that's where people are really taking it hard. I myself, I don't like the idea of being told that, there's curfew or different things, but when it comes to the well-being, my well-being and my safety and my life, then, of course I have to do what I have to do, because I want to see tomorrow. So. Right.
No, I definitely understand what you're saying. But like I said, it's a thin line between it all. There's a thin line between it all, because, of course, we have children that we want to keep safe, and we have, elderly loved ones that we want to keep safe and what have you. This thing is really got a lot of question marks to it that we haven't answered yet, or haven't been answered, or answers haven't been, given to the public as of yet,
Right.
So it's real scary, man, and it's a time to be cautious with your family. At the same time, what this is doing to the country financially, and what it's doing to communities and families, and financially, is a whole nother beast, a whole nother animal.
It is.
Yeah.
Which actually brings me to one of the questions that I have for you, because I know that you do a lot of touring and you're still traveling around the world. How are you finding ways, Carl, to still be creative? To still,
Well, here's the thing, is that right now, I don't care who you are, you're taking a financial hit. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are. You are definitely, if you're not out there selling masks,
right?
Something to do with COVID. You're definitely taking some type of financial hit. But that's where being focused. That's where being focused comes in, and being resilient, and knowing that the condition that we're in right now, we're not going to stay here. So, right now is a wonderful time for you to load your gun,
right?
And for you to arm up with whatever it is that you're doing. This is a wonderful time for me to finish music that I've been meaning to finish for a couple of years now.
Right.
Now I don't have any excuses at all. I don't have any excuses to finishing those things that I was supposed to finish things that I said that, things I got started doing and didn't really see through. You know what I mean? I'm finishing up those things right now. So,
Right.
it all depends on how you look at it.
Right, because you can take that time to still, figure it out.
Oh,
So,
definitely. Oh, I see John Monopoly joined this. My man.
hey, shout out to
My
John
God.
Monopoly that put us to that.
That's right.
So
Yeah,
let me
but
ask you a question.
uh,
You just recently celebrated 20 years of the release of Emotion.
yeah,
I
definitely.
know that was really, really big for you. Really, really big for you. And like I said, there's a lot of us that have made a lot of good love to your music. But I want to ask you, if I could, I just want to know,
You funny.
like,
You
do
sound you
you
sound
make love to your own music,
sound like
Carl?
a gospel preacher.
I know
I
you.
know it's
I
a lot of
know
us.
you made
There's a
love.
lot of us out here who made a whole lot of good love to your music. Okay.
But have you made love to your music, your own
uh,
music?
I mean, maybe before I released it,
What?
maybe before I released it, but when it comes to music that you put out to the world, you too busy performing it and being it. You know, I guess to take it into those intimate places with you. You've already had your intimate time with that
That's
music.
really, really, really surprising. Okay, all
No,
right.
not at all, not at all. I'm looking for. It's no different than looking for outside inspiration. For anything.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So with the release of Summer Rain, I mean Emotional, that album, I know that you said that there was a lot of songs that was up for debate that didn't actually make the cut. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. Summer Rain was one of those records. You know, Summer Rain was definitely one of those records, and I thank my mom. You know, she was really instrumental. And hey, what about this one? You know what I mean? What about that? Because we recorded maybe 65 records. For this project, and so it
Right,
was a lot of. Of course, you can't put every record on there, but so, but in recording that many records, it's easy to make a mistake too. So
right.
I'm really glad that Summer Rain made that cut. Someday, I would really love to. I'd really love the opportunity to share with people the songs that did make that project.
Right. Right,
Yeah,
right. Because I
just
was gonna actually ask you. That was one of my questions too. For the songs that didn't make the cut, would you be interested in like dropping that music, or would you consider giving it to upcoming?
no. I mean, I think that it's all a fair and good expression. There's a place for it. Sometimes the place for it is, you know, just in the archives. You know what I'm saying? But
Right,
we'll see. It all finds its place. I know that there are records that I'm about to put out right now that I actually start writing, maybe 15 years ago and didn't even finish the second verse until the other day.
wow,
Yeah. So it's all, I know plenty of the, I think every songwriter, every producer, has very good ideas when they just put them together, but don't really have them all together. But then, that idea, being finished or coming into fruition, has its own time, and sometimes that time is, you know, in the future.
right. Because it could be a really dope song, but it's just not the timing for the song. So
Absolutely,
it makes
absolutely,
sense. It makes sense.
absolutely.
But what I was also surprised about was the fact that Heavy D, God bless the dead, but
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he actually
absolutely.
produced Summer Rain.
Yeah. Heavy D. Summer Rain was produced by Heavy D and Warren Campbell. Um, and it was written by DJ Rogers Jr. And it was a really, really, a really. I just remember that record vibrating really high every time I heard it. I may have been in a messed up mood, but somehow Summer Rain was able, I was able to put me in that playful mood. I was able to put me in that lighthearted mood. You know what I mean? It was just that record, and I'm really proud, to have shared that, to be able to have shared that moment with people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, a lot of times, like when you're young in the business, you don't really know that, you're making any kind of history. You hustling, man.
Right.
You're not thinking about, wow, I'm making history. I'm really, being a part of, something that's going to be talked about for years to come. You're not even thinking about that. You're just
That's
a,
really,
you're
it
just a
doesn't really
letter.
hit you.
Yeah, you're just a letter that's a part of a word, that's a part of a sentence, that's a part of a paragraph, that's a part of a story that's not even done being written yet. You know
Right,
what I'm
right, 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 right. So I know we gotta move it along because I know you got a lot of things you gotta do, Carl. So I gotta get these last couple of questions out. So what I
saying?
want to know from you, a lot of people probably don't know that you used to be a part of this group. I think it was two other people, the Formula, and you
Uh-huh.
had two other deals prior to
You
Puffy,
just gonna
Bad Boy, right?
go on, just gonna dig that right on up, huh?
Yes, I had to dig. You know that's my job.
Just gonna dig that right on up, huh?
Yes.
Nah, but
So,
I'm proud to have been a member of the Formula. Two very good friends of mine. They were actually brothers,
right.
Rockwell and Johnny Hallman. You know what I'm saying? And we were over at Epic, and that situation didn't really pan out. And yeah, we did get that pink slip. We did get that. We're in no longer need of your services. Thank you very much. I mean, we got that.
But you were blessed beyond measure
But
after that.
but I mean, when you're young, man, you take bruises on the ego like that. But it's a very interesting question to any artist, when getting dropped. You have to ask yourself, does this record deal make me an artist? Does this
Right.
confirm me as an artist? And I had to ask myself that question. And I just kind of felt like, well, nah, this deal doesn't really define me as an artist. And I went back to what went back to the scene and vibe that I came from, which was actually, just the live music scene. And I just went back and just started my kindred with my brothers and sisters on the open mic scene, and just became comfortable on that live stage again.
Uh-huh.
And me meeting Puff one night in Manhattan, it just kind of led to the live stage, lead me right back into the studio.
We spoke of the situations that wasn't so good, and I heard you say on Sway that, because of the situations that you went through, by the time Bad Boy came around, it kind of put you in a better situation because you was able to understand all of the things that you wasn't getting
Yeah,
or that didn't
yeah,
work out, and you knew what to look out for, right? Because a
yeah.
lot of people have their things to say about Puff, but from what I understand, you and Puff still have a really good relationship because I seen you at his 50th birthday party, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And you said that your relationship and your encounter with him was of a good one. So could we talk a little bit about that real quick?
Yeah, I think it's just really interesting how everybody, for some reason, is just kind of bent on having a bad relationship with Puff. And for the life of me, I don't really know where that comes from, to where that is the expected narrative, or we expect you guys not to get along. I don't even understand that. I mean, somebody who's that instrumental and that big a part of you being introduced to the world, it would only be foolish. It would only be foolish to burn that bridge if there's no fire to burn it. If there's no
Right,
real gasoline there, if there's nothing really there to start a fire, why would you start a fire out of nothing? You
right,
know, and Puff has always been Puff. He's always been my brother. Never did me. We never had any business problems. The only problems that me and Puff have always had, and that's been very publicly noted, is that we've had creative differences.
right.
We have Hell, man, we have creative differences to this day. You know what I mean? We arguing over, who's hot and who's not, and who's this and who's that, and it is what it is.
Right.
You know, he's
Right.
he's a Scorpio, I'm a Gemini. It's just that charge right there.
Right.
But that
Right.
is, but
Right.
that, but Puff is definitely proven. You know what I mean? Through circumstances, through time and circumstances, through my brother. So
Right. Right.
I wish him nothing but the best in his spiritual growth and where he's trying to go, and vice versa, man. It is what it is. You grow up to one day leave the house. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. Puff is all right in my book. I look forward to meeting him one day. Everybody has their experiences with people, but you live, you learn, and you move
Yeah.
on. So, with that being said, because I know, like I said, we got to get you out of here. You took a big break at one point. I know that you had went through a lot in your life. You had lost your brother, and things were going on. In the interim of all of that, when you were finding out, like you said, the other things that Carl could do, right? When you were discovering still, was there ever moments when you would see other people out there killing it in the R&B game, and you would say, "Damn, man, I missed that. I got to get back to that."
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I would always feel like that when you, especially when you are, born with that stage bug. You know, uh, there are more people in show business. There are more people in show business that are in show business for egotistical reasons than people who are in show business simply because it's just in them.
Right,
It's just in them. You know what I mean? There are far more individuals who are involved in music just because of the human ego. It is what drives them. You know what I mean? Maybe it's attached to a talent they have, and they've married that ego with that talent. Oh wow, I can go make some money, and that's
right,
cool. That's cool. If that's what drives you, that's cool. But there are not a lot of there's not a lot of people out there that you're looking at or that you're listening to with that honest it factor, and and that's just real. There's
right.
not a lot of artists out there with that it factor. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, if the Carl that we know and that we love could
Yeah,
collaborate with somebody right now that's out there in the R&B game, who would it
yeah.
be and why?
I would have to say Anderson Pack.
I'm sorry, I
Uh,
hear you.
I'd have to say Anderson Pack.
Okay, I gotta
You know
look.
what I mean? Yeah. His music is exciting. He's a good guy, really good guy. His music, it's exciting. It's fun. It's extremely soulful. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be really cool. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. So let's bring it up to date as we close.
Yeah,
So we're talking about this internet radio that you are going to launch. And I
absolutely.
am really like so like blessed and truly honored that you even considered your girl Krissy to be one of the personalities, on your new show, on
Uh-huh.
your new endeavor. So what can we expect with that?
Um. Well, I'm just getting the framework down. Finished for it. COVID-19 just really sidetracked a lot of things for me that had to be pushed back and delayed and what have you. But I just want to, make an honest expression with our music and with our culture. And it'll be, definitely more than R&B, but yet still an all-around soulful expression, even with the hip hop.
Right.
So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having you on as a personality in the Music Freak family. That's really going to be exciting because I've always appreciated your view. What I mean, when it came to music. So we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun, just kind of celebrating our culture. You know what I mean?
Right. Like I said, I know you're busy. You're a busy man, and you have other things that you have going on, and everything that's going on in the world right now. just really from the bottom of my heart, just want to say thank you. You know,
Thank you, thank you. I've always appreciated, you know what I mean. You know, the Music Freak experience. I got. It's funny, you know how I got put on to y'all. I think that you guys do a great job. I'm looking forward to working with you guys in the future. And man, let's stay prayerful. You know.
okay. Well, do me one favor before
Yeah.
you get out of here. Can you tell the
Yeah.
people why they should interview with your girl, Krissy D?
Yo, this is Carl Thomas, and you're on Music Freak Radio, and got to interview with Krissy D because it is truly an experience in our culture. It truly an experience in moving our culture forward, rather. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm Carl Thomas, Music Freak Radio. Peace, y'all. I love y'all.
Love you too, Carl. Take care, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, now.
All right.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out.